Hey guys, just real quickly, I wanted to just give you some dates here that I'll be performing at and get that out the way. If you guys are listening, if you're in Atlanta, Georgia this weekend, February 3rd through the 6th, I will be in Atlanta, Georgia, Hot Atlanta. Coco Panda's coming back to the ATL February 3rd through the 6th. I'll be doing spots over at the Atlanta Comedy Theater, Norcross, Georgia, with my boy Godfrey. Godfrey's headlining. If you're in Atlanta, Georgia, if I got any listeners in Atlanta, come to the show. You won't be disappointed. Fantastic show coming at you. So I'll be in Atlanta this weekend. Hope to see you guys there. Big shout out to Helium Comedy Club for having me last weekend. Wanted to give a shout out to the club, top notch staff. Shout out to Rachel and Corey Rodriguez for allowing me to open for him for his comedy special taping. Helium Comedy Club Philly. Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the podcast. Thank you. Yes. Mm-hmm. I love my Golden Girls cup. My Golden Girls mug. One of the best gifts I've ever gotten in my life. I'm going to explain that story at a later time. That doesn't deserve like a minute or two of explanation. It's a journey how I came to my Golden Girls cup, my Golden Girls mug. So that's how I'm going to start this podcast. So if you guys are specifically coming to this podcast for order and structure, I gonna let you know that that's definitely not gonna happen. I don't even think it's gonna happen at all. Like, usually you can be like, all right, he nailed it once. Okay, we're not gonna mess with him. But I can assure you that I won't make one single attempt to have structure on this podcast. Like that's my goal. Today's been a day. Holy shit. Today has been a day, man. I think today is honestly, I'm not going to even bullshit you guys. I think today is the final day, is the only day, final day, whatever, if that makes any sense. Today is the day that I finally realized, yes, that was it. I finally put the thoughts into my brain, and I finally figured it out. What I finally realized today is that there's so many dumb people in the world. Like, I've been, up until my age right now, I've always believed in the greater humanity of people. I said, okay, there's gonna be people that are just not gonna get it, but most people get it. That's how I've lived my life up until today. After 3:47 p.m. this afternoon, because I definitely clocked it in. I definitely had to record that. Like, exactly when I realized that there's a lot of people that are really dumb. And for example, and I hate to shit on the millennials, right? But you do it to yourselves, guys. You do it to your fucking self. I went to Chipotle before doing this podcast, okay? The girl, a young girl, who I probably would say in her early 20s, I wouldn't even give her a 20. I would probably say she was maybe like 17. Maybe like a high school kid or something like that. But I was like, I'm in there to get a burrito. And I say, I didn't even, you know how good of a customer I am? I don't even allow you to even ask what I want. That's the type of person that I am. That's how much I believe in people. That I won't even allow you to ask the question. I want you to take it easy. I want you to take it easy at the job. I made it fucking easy for this girl to understand I wanted a steak burrito with the works. You know, everything. Put everything on it. Okay? And for people who don't understand, Chipotle to a comedian, like treating yourself to Chipotle as a comedian is probably one of the most exciting things ever, because if you were to give a comedian an option to work and do comedy, or to not do anything and just do comedy, he's gonna probably choose, I don't want to do nothing but do comedy. So when I have an opportunity to go to Chipotle, it's a big deal. Okay? That's all I'm trying to say. All right? So this girl, I told her what I wanted, and I swear to God, she just looked into my eyes and just started laughing at me. Like she just started laughing, but she was like still putting my food together, my burrito. But the way she was giving me my portions, she was trying to tell me something. They were smaller portions, son. You know what I'm saying? She was fucking that little. I'm gonna try not to swear on this podcast, but that little, you know what? Fucking really hurt me. Okay? And she just was staring at me, and I looked behind me to, you know the look when people do when they know that someone's looking at them, but they're testing to see if they're looking at them. They do that double back thing, like, oh, me? Like, me? I did that. She didn't fucking budge at all. She still locked in my eyes and was like, no, I'm laughing at you. And I'm trying to understand. I was just trying to understand, like, why are you moving so slow? Why is there's no sense of urgency at this fucking job? Because, and I'm, okay, so boom, right? And then I get to the cash register, right? And this is where it sucks. Burrito, and I asked for a Coke. Came out to $19.75. What's going on with America? When did it ever come to the point that a burrito and a Coke is a dubstep? What the fuck is going on, yo? Like, so that was really the high. That was like the climax of what went wrong. What went wrong with me today? Okay, with people. Okay. And there's a couple other things, but man, I don't understand why people just they're spaced out. I don't know what's going on. I think I have an idea, but I'm probably gonna need a little bit of assistance with coming up with this. So, Mr. Nick, can you?
Happy to be here.
Tell me. Yes, happy
Nicky
to be here. Yes, Nicky Neighborhoods is in the building.
I gotta ask you though.
He came very casual, as he does. I do see the probably 83 Converse flats sneakers, probably that Robert Parrish practiced in, that you're wearing today.
These are the sneakers that tore Robert Parrish's meniscus, and then he got traded to the Bulls.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say these are the sneakers that Robert Parrish did coke with off the bottom, because he was known to do some things.
These are the sneakers that Robert Parrish had someone FedEx him marijuana in.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I hear this story in a couple of things. I need to break things down.
All
and
right.
I know you said there's not going to be structure, but in the event and in the circumstances of this story, I need to know, first of all, how did you, when you stepped up to the plate to order this, and you saw this person who probably wasn't a millennial, she's probably a Gen Y, which is worse. Gen Y stink.
Oh, the way you just like this is the thing.
But that's what it is, though.
I know,
it's a different type of person.
But the way you even said, like, how they even are categorized as people, to me, it's just
the Gen Y.
It's a Gen Y. When it sounds like a bother. You know,
sounds like they're challenging you in the fact that that's what they're even being called.
It sounds like you don't want to be bothered, and also sounds like it's the girlfriend of the girl you really want to like go out with, but she's like, "Can I bring my friend? Because she
can't. I bring my friend Gen Y.
Can I bring my friend Gen Y? Because she doesn't have a man. Because she's
she doesn't believe in it.
Or she could be a cunt. We don't know. She could just literally be a bad person. Okay, and I'm just gonna let you know, people, right now, that word will be said.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be sold. It's gonna be sold. It's gonna be said with love.
Yeah. Yeah. I was taught what cunt was at a very early age. I thought for so long that it was a woman that drives a Subaru. Because the only time I ever heard it said, was in reference to a woman and driving a Subaru. So I was like, that's what they are.
The first woman I ever remember, the first memory I have of a woman in a Subaru was my fourth grade teacher, Mrs. Ray, who told me
it's a fourth grade teacher car for sure.
Fourth grade teacher woman, liberal for sure, very liberal.
Yeah, you're not seeing a Trump Pence sticker on a Subaru.
Just who knows? I know Elon probably might have bought that company, added some few options to the Subaru list. I don't know, for some Republicans.
There's not a gun turret on the Subaru. You can't. Doesn't come with the.
You could put a sticker on it though. You could put a gun sticker on the Subaru.
Sticker, yeah. You can put a gun rack in the back too. Getting back to this story though.
Yeah.
So
my teacher though.
You walked in.
Yeah.
And how did you order the?
Listen, I know exactly what I want. I told you I went straight.
But how did you say it to her?
I want a burrito. I want a burrito. That's exactly what I said. I don't know what the fuck else is there to say.
Then when she said, because then, okay, so you want a burrito, presumably a regular size burrito or large?
Chipotle. See, this is where you're probably not on your Chipotle place.
I haven't been in a while.
Chipotle only has one size burritos.
Fuck. Well, good for them for making it easy for everyone. So you want a burrito, boom. Once she says, what do you want on it? Do you say the works?
I said steak. Yep, I want a steak burrito with everything on it. Yes. Right.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
How hard is that?
Apparently, it was.
And she starts giving you portions that she thinks are appropriate for you.
I think she was giving me portions appropriate to what she thought I looked like to her.
Which I don't think
you know what I'm saying.
Seen the old she hasn't seen you're like Svelte, Chase. You're like on your journey getting to where you want to go, 50 pounds lighter, Chase. So I find it a little. Maybe she follows you, and she's like, I'm not going to give this man all the steak. I'm not going to hinder his journey.
You know what? You may not be lying.
She's a fan. You ran into a fan at Chipotle.
Actually, you know what? Thinking back on it, I'm not gonna lie, there was a warmth to her, me looking at me, that at first I said, no, there's no way she, but now as you're saying it, she probably was. She's like, oh, that's Chase. He doesn't have his birth certificate. I'm not gonna saturate him with all this. She did,
stuff.
but she did laugh at me though. So that at least I felt warranted. What do you
demeanor? It's just like the whole better than thou. I'm shocked that she's a Gen Y working at Chipotle because that age group.
Yeah.
Don't like our age group was always all about let me attach myself to a brand. Let me work for the big conglomerate so people this young age group does not. They don't believe in big institutions. They don't believe in work I'm shocked this girl was not, assuming that's how she identifies. She was not owning her own food truck. That's the new mentality.
Yeah, I know with these young people now, it's all everyone thinks that they can be a CEO.
Yeah. They got Gary V disease.
You got that. I'm a CEO. They got CEO energy.
Yeah.
But a lot of them don't have the CEO work ethic.
Yeah, no.
And that's a big difference with that's the difference between really anything, in my opinion, is the separation of who actually can say that they're doing something versus just saying, all right, I am this because of some other thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's definitely that. Because I remember, dude, I've always worked, bro.
Always.
I've always remember my first job. I was 10. I delivered newspapers.
Yeah.
I was at least 11, 10 years old.
Yeah.
Delivering this is back in days when you can deliver newspapers. I was a paper boy. In my building that I lived, it was a big building. I came after school. It was the evening newspaper, so it wasn't a morning news. So there was an evening news back then.
Adult content.
Oh
Maybe.
yeah, the classifieds were a little sticky. Classifieds were sticky, you know.
Little burrito seeking.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with that, but
yeah, Mr. Schindler on the 7th floor wanted his right away.
Yeah.
He wanted his paper right away. I don't know why, but he was looking forward to that evening paper.
He said, I don't want to see the fucking plastic wrap on that paper. I want the raw. As soon as you put it down, I want it straight.
I want it straight.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's $19 for a fucking burrito and a Coke is depressing.
I'm still on it. I still keep it. I said, take off the Coke. Right? And I didn't even have the Coke. So what I did was I went to CVS next door. Then I went and got Dollar Arizona.
Oh, you're a better man than me. I would have said, you know what? Fuck the Coke. Could I just get a water glass? That's what I used to do.
Oh yeah.
I
would have done that if I ate there. I do that all the time.
Oh, okay.
I pretend to get water. I never get water.
Dipped out, yeah.
I never get water. I always get strawberry lemonade or whatever they have. The most nicest soda in a water cup. And I know other people do it too, so don't be judging me over there.
I'm not judging you. I'm just saying soda's a tough look.
It's a tough look to like hide, right?
Yeah, it's a tough look to hide, but it's also a tough look to drink because I'll do a Diet Coke every once in a while. Like I was telling you, I went to Boloco the other day on the way back from Bebop.
Yeah, they're the enemy.
And I was just like, fuck, why am I doing this Diet Coke? There's literally nothing but salt in this shit, but it's so fucking good.
Wait, listen, you gotta have a soda once in a while.
Every once in a while, for sure.
I have a soda probably once a week.
I think that's appropriate.
Once or twice. I have no more than twice, maybe. I'm lying. I definitely have more than twice, but I've gotten it down to only about twice a week or once a week before.
How many bad things do you consume on a week? Do you think on a weekly basis? I'm talking alcohol.
Are we talking about like also? What are you talking about? Like physically as well? Like what
physically. Do you mean? I mean, I know me. I've gotten it down to one bad thing a week on average.
For food?
Sometimes it's a couple of things more. Sometimes it's zero. Sometimes I really get strict.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for food, like for me, it's always food. Or
it's always food for me.
It's always a steak and cheese I sneak in somehow, or a Diet Coke, or
my other sweets, man. I do late night. I do late night runs to listen, man. When you sometimes when you have a little relationship with Mary Jane, late at night, she whispers in your ear.
That's why I'm afraid to.
She whispers in your ear and she says nice things. And some of those things are making you feel like you can get up at the most latest nights of hours and walk to the gas station and get you a honey bun.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the energy that I'm coming with.
I'm glad I never did that because I would go over the top. I've never really was a big weed smoker, but I'd say at my lowest point when I lived in Southie, I would order listen to this. I would order Italian food from an Italian restaurant run by Lebanese owners. So they weren't even Italian and the whole restaurant was Italian.
Okay.
And so I didn't even really know what the fuck they were. I mean, I would never go in there. I would just deliver it. And then one day I walked by it and I was like, oh.
What's going on over here?
Is this an Italian place or is this
right.
Can I get some shawarma or like what?
I feel like you, at least the Italian places that I grew up with, to know, like, I knew right away, like, if you're going into an Italian place.
Yeah.
Like, there's certain fixtures that are like, by default, that is I think passed to like every single Italian family or person.
Oh, for sure.
Yet you're in an Italian place, right? Like if you walk into a foyer of an Italian place, what are you gonna see, Nick?
You're gonna see signed pictures of members of the Sopranos that have come. If you're in the North End, you're gonna see signed pictures of people that are no longer famous. Like not the main characters in the Sopranos, like Furio. Like the ancillary characters of all the mob movies that have come and visit. You're gonna see those signed.
Okay.
You're going to see outdated awards. You're gonna see like it was the best Italian restaurant in Boston in 2013 by Phantom Gourmet.
Okay, you can
Nothing since then.
All right, it's gonna be framed.
Framed, yeah, for
Okay.
Sure.
All right, just want to know what else you're
And
gonna see.
you might, depending on where you're going, you might see like some Italian soccer stuff, or maybe or a religious paraphernalia, a rosary,
Right.
a Virgin Mary statue, probably a smaller one. Depends on where you go.
Any dried up like pepper?
You might see dried up, yeah.
Any dried up pepper
You might see dried pepper
on the
for
wall?
sure
I
that
don't
they
know.
got on Amazon for sure.
Yeah.
Olive oil that's been there for
Definitely
30 years.
different color olive oil.
Different color, like dark olive oil, and you're looking at it,
Yes.
you're like, that's not. You can
Right.
put that in your car.
All right, just want to know, just so
Yeah.
I can know.
You're not gonna see someone that looks like me
Yeah.
running with a heavy Middle Eastern accent
Right.
behind the stove.
Yeah.
They did a decent job though.
I know when I'm going to an Italian place, if it's an Italian place, because as soon as I go in, they're like, "Nope." That was
So you're talking
1987.
about-
That was
you're talking
1987.
about-
That was 1987 description.
Yeah,
That's the 80s description. That's not now. I'm just saying that.
So
That's
you're
not
talking
how
about
they are
going
now.
Somewhere on Route 1 in the 80s is what you're talking about.
Yeah, nope.
You're like, nope, not gonna happen.
Yeah, and that's what they did. That's what they did. It wasn't like
You know,
there was no extra, thing with it. It was just like, nah, man, no, not today. not.
so maybe it's good to have different ethnicities running different ethnic food spots, like Middle Eastern people owning Italian food spots.
Oh yeah,
But that's not the same for like.
No, well, it's not. I don't believe it's
certain
probably
food.
the same quality of food.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that for every business that does that. I mean, there's a lot of people that are not from the culture that they actually serve or whatever. Like I know like a few Asian people that own actually Italian food,
Okay.
like restaurants, and
Anyone can do.
they're freaking
Italian.
great. Yeah, I mean they
I'm not going-
if they're masters of the craft.
Yeah.
See, I believe in the craftsmanship of what like you're doing.
Fair.
Like if you're a person of the craft, like if you enjoy it and you perfected a certain thing where you're serving it to people, then I'm always gonna be on your side
You
with that.
appreciate that,
I
yeah.
appreciate that. I should say, yeah.
I'm not walking into an Indian or Jamaican restaurant where that is the case. You're not gonna. If I go into an Indian restaurant and it's not the culturally,
If it's not, if it doesn't,
I feel like there's some places where you walk in and you're just like, how did you learn how to make this food? Now that I think about it, now I have to try it.
right, yeah. Those places. I mean, listen, you're gonna know if you're in certain places. They're gonna let you know. Jamaican people for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like you walk into a Jamaican place and you see Seth there.
You see.
Seth's like, how many oxtails did you eat growing up, Seth? Like,
Do you know
how
it's
is this
dope?
gonna-
Listen, it's dope food when all types of other people are going and getting food there.
Yeah.
That are not from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Oh, for sure.
if you see like
the people going there for sure.
yeah, the people going there. Yeah.
The people working.
The people working. Yeah, they probably just got them at the Home Depot that day. Like, dude, like who knows? I don't know. Like, dude, they make it. This is the thing about like people who own businesses like that. I believe that there's an unwavering sense of like resiliency that they have. People who work in those type of things, and that's their only income, yo.
Yeah.
Like you would think like they're making a lot of money because they own a business. It's like, no, most of these people who own these small businesses are probably like they're making it barely.
Keeping the lights
They're
on.
keeping the lights on. They might have a little bit of profit, but that profit's probably being reinvested back into the business again for more like whatever, or maybe an emergency, like whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know what you think, but that's what I don't know.
I just like seeing a family when you walk in. Not to say that you can't have Lebanese people running an Italian restaurant. You clearly can. I've ordered many times.
I mean, they certainly look the same part.
They saw my last name and they were like, this kid gets it.
Yeah.
But I've just, I think it's more to the family piece of like going in and seeing a family that owns the restaurant.
Oh, yeah,
and
yes.
knowing that the tradition is there, and
We call them
knowing that
mama
the-
pops, right?
Yeah,
Mama
yeah,
pop,
yeah. I don't
like
care what you look. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
it's the family business of like, oh, they've been doing this for
a long
years.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of places, and I mean, not as much, but there's still a few around. There's still like surviving, like mama pops.
Yeah.
We call them mama pops, like restaurants, meaning that, but that means like small business. That's what
Yeah.
Boston people would say, mama pop shop.
Mama pop shops. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And there's and I think the ones in Boston that do well have been here for.
Oh yeah,
They earn that.
especially for sure. Yeah, they have
It's not an easy place to just open a restaurant.
roast beef. There's always a roast
Oof.
beef, local roast beef joint place.
What's your? I was gonna ask you if you're a deli guy, but let's start with roast beef, because going to a deli
No.
and getting a roast beef
Sure.
in Massachusetts,
Sure.
it's two totally different things.
And what was your question?
Are you a roast beef? What's your go-to roast beef spot in Massachusetts? 'Cause there's a lot.
Anywhere Jews are. Specifically, anywhere there's a Jewish, like I'm going, like
See, this goes to my point though of like
the Jewish delis, man.
yes,
That I'm going
they
to
do it well.
Listen, hey, I'm quality over quantity over here on this podcast.
Yeah,
Just to let you know, quality over quantity. Okay.
exactly. That's
So
that
don't
sounds
ever
like our Street Fighter name. If we were a tag team,
quality over
quality
over quantity. Oh, that would be who would we face? The Rockers, like back in the days. Who
yeah.
would we face as a tag team? The Bushwick. I'm going back my age now.
Oh my god!
What's
like
a new one of these?
Dink and Doink.
Oh jeez.
The two clowns.
The two clowns. The Bushwhackers.
I got to study up on my tag team.
I grew up on the, like, as a kid. You grew up on these, like,
You grew up
the
on roast beef
WWE.
and fucking WWF.
Yep. Yeah. Roast beef. Yeah. Any Jewish delis if around, and if not, the local best
Yeah.
place. Because in these suburbs, like these towny suburbs, like these small towns outside of Boston, they all have them. They all got the spot.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have
yeah.
a spot. Like,
Butcher Boy in North Andover was our big one, but then there's one in Medford that we used to go to. My stepdad would bring me all the time. What the fuck was the name?
I almost went to school in Andover.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah.
College
like full,
or
like
high
high
school?
school. Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
full, like, well, yeah, I didn't finish, but like,
There's a lot of.
there was a
high schools.
shot. There was a shot.
Yeah, there's a lot. Of high.
It was a
lot of
private.
prep
It was a
schools.
private school. It was a prep school.
Yeah. There's a
Yeah.
lot of those up.
You ever
there.
was a Brooks school?
Brooks.
Yeah.
I know Brooks. I know someone that went to Brooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brooks is a great school.
Yeah.
They I lived in Cambridge. I lived in North Cambridge with my mom, and she divorced my dad, and we kind of moved around from like like what's it, Metro Boston.
Mm.
And then we finally moved up to Andover, in like end of middle school, beginning of high school.
Andover, North Andover. I think North Andover is where the
North
money's
Andover is Andover. When I was growing up there,
Right.
was where
Regular
big-
Andover is where
big
the
money
money's
was
at.
at.
Okay, so North Andover wasn't.
I think now it's become. It's
Right.
kind of expanded because you're having so many people, professional services people, tech people, finance people,
Right.
moving out of the city and all this other stuff. But
Oh.
it's a lot of like, apparently in Boston, the way that it works, or the way that I always thought that it worked, is if you're Italian, you go north, and if you're Irish, you go south. So North Shore, there's a lot of Italians. South Shore, there's a lot of Irish people.
Right.
So you get real good delis up on the up on the North Shore, roast beefs, Italian spots, things like that. South Shore, a lot of good bars.
Sure. Yeah. I see that. I could see that. Yeah, Andover was, that was a different world when I was, when I experienced there. But, yeah, I mean, each town over here, I mean, definitely Massachusetts, they got it. I mean, New York, they have their spot,
New York, New York is like the mecca of.
Oh yeah, delis.
Delis.
and bake and pastries
Oh.
and those small 24-hour pastry places. You can just go and get like a cannoli or whoopie pie, or diabetes, however you want to say.
Yeah. Or a foot removed. Yeah, it's definitely one of those. If you could live from a food, well, I think I know the answer is in New York City is where you go, if you want to be surrounded by the types of things that we're talking about.
Yeah. Oh
which
yeah.
is diversity in food, but authentic.
Yeah.
I feel like New York City, when you go somewhere, it's like predominantly it's the most authentic food you're gonna get. and the most diverse food you're gonna get.
Oh yeah, for
Like,
sure. Yeah.
parts of the world that you're not gonna see in a Boston
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever.
100%. Yeah, I can't live in. I forbid to live anywhere where there's no diversity
Yeah,
of any fucking thing.
yeah.
Like it's just not gonna happen.
Can't do mid. I
I mean,
can't
I'm
do
not gonna
Midwest.
lie. If I have the option to live in Atlanta, like with just black people, I'm gonna do that.
Atlanta's
I'm gonna do.
sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Not gonna lie.
Atlanta is
You know what I'm saying?
sweet.
Atlanta, black people in Atlanta, they get it popping.
Buckhead, a couple other Midtown.
Midtown.
Yeah.
You got all that stuff, but also, yeah, Atlanta just is. It's just listen, I remember Atlanta. Atlanta, when like not what now is Atlanta, but I remember the Atlanta before the new Atlanta came.
Oh, okay.
I remember the Atlanta of like Freaknik.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay, so now see,
I was never down there, but I've done a little homework.
you did okay.
I did a little homework.
You did a little homework on
Yeah.
Freaknik, right? Okay. I think there's a documentary out there.
Yeah.
About this particular gathering, we could call it if we wanted to say,
Yeah.
of young, I guess hypersexual college individuals, young men and women that
Yeah.
would go to Atlanta it was a period in the 90s where they went, and let's just say,
Homecoming, right? That was like a big.
well, sure, yeah, we could say that. Yeah, so, someone's going home with somebody. I mean, so that's exactly. I could say that, but it was like, all right, you're going to Freaknik, like that.
Yeah.
It was like let's just say it was the Coachella for black people, but want to get freaky.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
I would say the you know what I mean, like
It just seems like everything in Atlanta is like new and on the rise.
yeah, they're
When I go
always
down there,
reinventing. They're always reinventing themselves.
Yeah.
Atlanta, I feel like, especially with music. Music is the
Music,
first thing I could say.
comedy.
Yeah, music, and I'm not familiar with the comedy from Atlanta, but
Yeah.
oh no, well yes, actually I do. Actually, my very first open mic, attempt to do an open mic, my first time was in Atlanta,
Oh boy.
but I got scared and I left. That was my first ever introduction to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to do it, got scared and left.
What turned you away? What was the thing that scared you
Black-
specifically?
Black people talking back to you if you weren't funny.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like
It's
honest
not
with you.
Easy.
Yeah, because it's different being on the street and talking back to people.
Yeah.
I can do that any day. You know
'Cause
what I
you
mean?
have a buffer too. If you're on the,
Mm-hmm.
if you're like hanging out with a bunch of people, you're getting shit on. You can kind of pass it off to other people. When you're on stage, it's like,
Yeah, it's different. It's just different. It's a different like talking shit back, or you know what I mean?
and Atlanta's funny in a way of like, it reminds me a little bit of Boston in the sense of, on any given night, anybody in that crowd could be funnier than you.
Oh, everybody in the crowd was funnier than me. Everyone. I mean, there was people that came, paid, to eat their food,
Yeah.
and was waiting for comedians to fail so they can like roast them.
Fuck.
You understand? Like that's like a
Yeah, dude,
different
I'm sweating just thinking about it.
environment to be in, where at any moment someone can get you. Like,
Yeah.
so that's why.
When you're first
But when
starting-
you're funny,
let's be honest. So when you're first starting,
yeah,
like you're saying, and you were about to say probably when you're funny, you
Yeah.
can handle it. But
Sure.
when you're first starting,
no.
it's the worst and most intimidating feeling.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because you're battling several different things all at once, where it's like your stage fright, people in the audience, how
Yeah.
you perceive yourself, how
How
they
do I
perceive you.
how am I looking?
Yeah.
Am I even holding the mic right? Am I looking the right way? There's a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I was watching other comedians go up and not doing so great, and I was seeing the crowd reacting to that. It just wasn't an energy that I was like knew, so I didn't know how to like accept it.
Mhm.
I didn't know how to deal with it, so I just like, you know what, maybe I'm gonna not tonight,
Yeah.
not tonight. And then I came to Boston and I did it in Boston, but yeah, I almost started my comedy in Atlanta, and but Atlanta's got like a rich history of comedians, man. What dope people. Ricky Smiley. I think he's from, I don't know if he's from Atlanta originally. It might be from Alabama. But I want to say Atlanta right now. Ricky Smiley,
Miss Pat. Wait,
Chris Tucker.
Miss Pat's from Indiana, but didn't she start in Atlanta?
No, she's from Atlanta, and she lives in Indiana. No, she's from from yeah. She lives in Indiana, but she's from Georgia. She started in Atlanta. I think so. I think she did. I heard her on a podcast. I wasn't sure. Yeah, but yeah, Miss Pat, the comedian.
Level.
She is she's fantastic. I worked with her in Boston one time.
I'm so jealous.
She's yeah, when I used to work at the comedy club, she came and she said the most funniest thing. I don't know if I ever told you this to this comedian. I won't mention the comedian's name here, but
please tell that. I love this story.
Yeah, he's one of these comedians. There's always this comedian in every city where like they just are not funny. And yeah, there's always that, right? The comedian that's not funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a nomad. He just he's around, but he's just, he's not really making strides and stuff like that. But it's fine, whatever. But he came in to the comedy club where Miss Pat was at, and I was working, and she was eating her food. She was eating chicken wings, and I'm not saying this as a black thing. She really ordered chicken wings and fries. Just wanted to get that out there.
You can have, yeah.
I know.
I know the thing though.
The thing. But I'm gonna say right now, that's the last time I'm gonna do it. That's the.
Yeah.
This is what I just said. Is I'm not gonna get this. This podcast is not gonna be about when I say something I want to apologize. No, that we ain't having that shit. Like, so if you don't. She
was enjoying food.
She was enjoying food.
And purposes.
Yeah, good chicken wings too, by the way. And this comedian, the one I'm talking about, the one that's just kind of round, whatever. He went up to her and goes, "Hey, what's up?" And she's like, "Yo, you were funny." She's like, "Thank you very much." Then he proceeds to go say, "Yeah, I'm one of the, I'm kind of like legendary here in the open mic scene, like it's." This fucker said that.
Now,
I wanted to first give him whatever like replica of a Golden Globe award to give him for the balls to fucking go up to a comedian and to say that. An established comedian, I should say, right?
An established comedian who, if you know who she is, you know her comedy, will tear you apart.
I would say she's very good at what she does.
Yeah. Will tear you apart.
One of the best at what she does, actually.
But then you'll love her after. That's how good she is.
Oh, she's
Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
And and I was like, "What?" And she said, she instinctively said, "Boy, if you don't get your goddamn motherfucking face get your face out of my motherfucking face while I'm eating my goddamn motherfucking chicken wings, motherfucker." And I said, "Oh man, this is legendary."
She started her comedy career in 2002 in Atlanta.
There it is.
So there it is. She probably went to that same same mic.
She probably, yeah. So I mean, you had like Monique, you had Chris Tucker during those times, Tracy Morgan,
killer,
coming up in that Uptown Comedy Corner club that I hope is still there. Yeah, that's another thing too that I like to do sometimes, man. I like to look up old comedy series like Def Jam and watch just I don't know.
I do that too.
Yeah. You know what I also tend to do sometimes too? I watch old Johnny Carson interviews. I do that sometimes with like those back in those old Hollywood days.
Yeah.
I'm into that shit.
Don Rickles is just he was my guy. That's what I wanted to do.
You know who was my guy? Buddy Hackett.
I know who you're talking about. I haven't watched a ton of his.
Yeah. Watch Buddy Hackett. Buddy Hackett was funny, so funny. Obviously, like Eddie Murphy when he was on there a few times. Yeah. But Johnny Carson interviewed like Richard Pryor. I saw the Johnny Carson, Richard Pryor, and George Carlin on the same.
Oh shit! On
the same panel.
Wow.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So old stuff that gives me like nostalgia.
I love watching that I love watching the Def Jam. Sometimes I'll just watch it, just see what they're wearing, what the comedians are wearing. because the outfits back then,
Mm-hmm.
some of them still hold up today.
The fashion.
The fashion back then still some of the outfits still hold up today.
You actually are dressed like how they used to dress back then. Hoodie, like everything was big. Everything was like enlarged.
Yeah.
You know, the baggy jeans started
Yep.
to come out, like the big baggy shirts. You know, parents, you know, hated it because their kids started dressing like that.
Yeah.
You know, especially in the suburbs. You know, where the
yeah.
white folk live. You know, because the white parents didn't want their white kids to be dressing like the black people.
Shout out to Champ Sports at the Rockingham
Yeah.
Mall.
Right, Rockingham Mall or
Yeah.
you know whatever local mall you're in.
Any Marshalls.
Yep. Oh yeah, there was definitely white kids with Paco jean t-shirts definitely running
dude.
around. Pepe jeans.
We
I'm
talked
bringing it
about-
back, man.
We talked about this on my podcast, and we were talking. The first time I really like got to know you was on my podcast, and we were talking about Marshalls
Yeah.
and the shit you would get early 2000s outerwear, sportswear at Marshalls. The jerseys.
Oh yeah.
I had a Woo Wear leather jacket. I wish I still had it. Two-tone, like kind of like a varsity jacket, but it was
Woo Wear.
Woo Wear Urban Militia.
Crazy.
There was nothing about.
Woo wear.
There was nothing.
Yeah. And there's people that probably listen to this podcast that are like, "What's woo wear?" It's like even saying.
Look it up.
Yeah.
It was a little bit more grimier than like Averex was nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fat Farm was like this. Sean John was the Ralph Lauren of
You could say it, black people, urban black.
wear.
Yeah.
Whatever you wanna. However you wanna.
Yeah.
However you wanna word
People with swag.
it crossed a lot of boundary. It crossed a lot of genres, so to say.
One thing I like about Sean John, Puff Daddy's line, which I don't think he does anymore. He might have sold it.
It's probably like a nostalgia brand now.
Yeah, but dude, he had a luxury, like kind of he had some good stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
It's still
Especially
here.
his urban line for sure. He had also a suit line. His suit line.
Mm-hmm.
He had a Sean John suit line. Yeah.
My whole thing was tracksuits and polo shirts.
Oh, the tracksuits.
Yeah,
Oh, the
yeah.
tracksuits were huge.
He had
Sean John
the-
tracksuits.
The right
I had
tracksuits.
one actually. I had a red and white one. It was dope. But it was like mad big because it was my cousin's. And I
Yeah.
bought it off him.
Yeah, the stuff now, the Sean John's still a brand, and it looks a little.
Or did I buy it off him or I just wore it? I probably just wore it. I didn't buy it off him probably.
But stuff like that, man, I used to.
You know what I'm gonna order? You know what tracksuit I'm gonna order once I drop another couple LBs?
I love tracksuits. What are we doing?
Sergio
Yeah,
Takai.
Sergio Tacchini. Yeah,
Cicchini.
I'm on it.
The fact that I said Sergio Takai this whole time, and then you said Sergio
Tacchini.
I literally, this is the first time I've heard it like that.
Yeah.
My whole life. No, I'm serious. My whole life I've been always pronounced it Sergio Takai.
Everyone
But it's
says
not.
Sergio Tech. Everyone says Sergio Tech sweatsuits and Adidas.
So how is it pronounced again?
So it's Sergio Tacchini, and it's I have a sweatshirt of theirs. It's a tennis line.
Of course it
They
is.
make tennis clothes.
Goddamn right.
And the moment you please let me know when you're gonna pull the trigger, because I'm not gonna get a matching one.
No, please don't do that.
That can't happen, or else you're gonna hear another. You're gonna have another co-host.
Yeah.
In that voice, but I definitely need another excuse to get
To get
something from them.
tracksuits.
Yeah.
Tracksuit. You need a few tracksuits in the closet. I think every person needs you need to try like a fly one, and you need a casual one. You know?
I was always a big fan of the solid color tracksuits. So
Yeah.
like I don't really like patterns.
All right. I mean, I didn't ask, but shit,
I'm
you want
just
to?
I'm just letting you know how
I feel like, hey, you want to get something off your chest. Go ahead.
solid color tracksuits. I prefer like a blue, a black. I was gonna maybe like a green.
A green
An
tracksuit.
evergreen. Yeah. I mean, just like simple, because I think a tracksuit, you're saying something in a tracksuit.
Yeah. No, you're about single tone. You're like,
What do you travel in? When you travel somewhere, what is your preferred like? Are you a jeans guy? Do you travel in jeans, or do you want these like people that like to be comfortable?
yeah, I'm athleisure all the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. I used to dress up to go to the airport and
Mm.
travel. I used to dress up, and I used to dress up good.
Yeah.
Slacks,
Oh,
shoes, polo, maybe tuck in the polo in the slacks.
interesting.
I went that way. I used to do that. I used to go suits.
No, you did
A
not.
couple times I went suits. A couple times I went in suits, but not in the suit, not shirt tie suit. I went no tie,
Mm.
button up, open,
Button down, yeah.
button down. Yeah, that. I did that. I used to do the jeans, blazer, collared shirt look with the loafers.
That's going to the bachelor party. That's going to a bachelor party.
Mm-hmm.
Flight outfit.
Flight. That's Vegas.
Love that.
As soon as I touch in, I'm going out. That's like I got my Vegas thing suit. As soon as I touch in, I'm checking. I'm not even like taking a shower. I already took a shower.
Yeah.
I'm flying and I'm going out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a tracksuit. The reason I bring
or
this
or
up is
I mean,
because
or a good tracksuit.
I think a good tracksuit when you're flying,
Yeah.
It opens you up to be anybody. Because I like it. I used to get into character when I would travel.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was that kind of
Weirdo. What do you mean? What do you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. In my head, I was just like,
What the fuck you talking
what am I
about?
dressed like? What kind of character am I going to be on the plane? Because no one knows who you are when you travel. You go to an airport bar. You
Speak
sit
for
down,
yourself,
no one
man.
knows who you are when you travel.
Speak for yourself.
Oh,
that girl fucking from Chipotle knew me.
you.
She knew me, motherfucker. I ain't you. Shit.
She's like, I'm not hindering Chase's journey.
You feel me? So, good tracksuit.
Good tracksuit. Yep.
Yeah, comfortable. I'm at the point in my life, man. Comfort is a necessity. It's not an option.
Yeah.
I don't consider it an option anymore. Like being comfortable with even with certain like things. Just like
I think people.
I got to be
confuse-
comfortable. Like with most of the things that go on.
Yeah.
Not everything. You're not gonna have everything.
No, you can't be too comfortable. That's the thing. I think most of the people confuse. I've got to be comfortable. I've got to be comfortable as I don't have to put it on for other people anymore.
Yeah, that's a big
That's
one.
basically, I think, what that means when you're.
Yeah.
For me, at least, when I think of that.
Yeah, because you're not always gonna have it the way you want it. Like
Yeah.
you need to go through some things. Certain things need to be uncomfortable for you to like figure things out.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking, like you said, from a general sense of like.
Tracksuits when you travel.
Yeah, when you travel,
There's no other way.
To traveling, you have to be comfortable. Sneakers all the time.
Yeah.
Before I'm not wearing shoes anymore. No,
I'm
comfortable.
not wearing shoes unless
I'm not doing that. It's sneakers. It's gonna be nice, casual clothes because I need to be loose. I may need to stretch.
Yep.
I may need to get a stretch in on the plane. I need to have, and the thread count of my shirts and my pants need to be up to par. They need to be stretch cotton. They need to move when I move. I don't like stiff shirts anymore. I don't like stiff t-shirt. Those materials that are just stiff, cardboardy? Nope.
Yep.
This skin is not touching that anymore.
No, you need something. You need soft. Everything's got to be soft. Life's hard enough.
It's yeah. I mean, if someone, I don't know, these, so those people who sell merch, and they want you to buy their merch, and they, they have those T-shirts that are made out of, sandpaper and some
$35 for a Hanes, or no. What's the brand you can get on Amazon? Gildan.
That's the starter kit for merch, people.
Yeah, I have quite a collection of just plain black.
Yeah.
Gildan tees that you get off of Amazon because they're cheap.
They're cheap. They're like a couple bucks, $1 or something.
Yeah.
A lot of people use them because they're cheap and they know they're only going to use them one time. So it's not like they're going to, they know it's like maybe a softball team, for like an over 40-year-old softball team.
It's merch. It's merch clothing.
Sure.
It's merch clothing.
Yeah. I like stretch cotton. I like the, I need the stretch cotton feel.
Mm-hmm.
I need to feel like I'm at any moment I can drop and give you 10 push-ups with the clothes that I wear.
I got to that point too where I'm just like, I need to be mobile.
Yes. Yeah, the hips got to be.
I need to be able to move.
They got to be able to move in case I need to fucking fly and leave
Oh,
and
dude.
run or do whatever the fuck. Or a spin kick.
I'm not laughing at the thought of
Yeah,
doing
you
a
were
spin
laughing at the
kick.
thought. That was
I'm
quick.
not.
I was just showing
I'm
what
not.
which
I see
one.
the gi hanging up. I know the Sergio Ticini gi.
Yeah.
You're gonna get one of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's true. Like the older you get, because like in my head, I think when you were younger, you're like, I'll go play basketball in jeans. I don't give a fuck. Like I'll,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. We're
Yeah.
down for whatever.
Yeah.
30-something years old, I'm like approaching, an age where I have to take, this is maintenance. I have to maintain and keep
Right.
strength and all this other shit.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to stay anywhere
No.
and handle any sort of confrontation. I'm out.
You out? You out? Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah, you're out. Yeah, you're an outer, huh? Yeah. Yeah, you're an outer. Yeah, you're a dipper. We call you the dip. He's a dipper.
I'm a dipper. I'm a dipper in a situation where I mean, no man left behind, or woman for that matter.
Okay.
But if it's just me, and I'm in a situation where I'm dealing with a crazy person, I'm out. I'm fucking out.
Yeah, a lot of people tell me that. A lot of like normal people tell me that. Like that's what they do. Unfortunately, I'm not normal, so I don't do that. I've been better. But there's something about with me, and when it comes to someone like wanting like if they're gonna
to get in an altercation.
to get in an altercation
Yeah.
with me, I'm just with all the smoke, son. I'm like that's just like me. It's just like, hey, I just don't allow disrespect at any level. Like I never did, and then it just I grew up in the like an environment where like you had to defend, you just.
Oh yeah.
But it's like now I'm trying to get into that crossroad of like I'm trying to get into that realm of like, all right, you've seen this coming.
Yes.
You see,
that's what
you've
I'm
had a
talking
lot of
about.
experiences before that led to bad
Yes.
stuff. All right, idiot, just fucking walk away. Just do that. You don't have to prove.
My mentality. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just like you don't have to prove. Like, all right, so you beat him up. Okay, all right. And what else is after that? You snap his arm, like whatever.
You have to fucking pay for someone's medical bit. Like,
yeah,
I'm good.
that's what I know. But when you're in it and with a person like me, you don't care about that shit.
Yeah.
Like it really nothing that I'm telling you, it doesn't once come into my mind of how anything's gonna happen after.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, okay, this guy's or girl, because she could beat me up too.
Mm-hmm.
Girls could, I'm sure. I mean, they say they are.
When you're
according to this other video that came out recently with this UFC mixed gender fight, that didn't go well. So, but we're not gonna talk about that. That's for TMZ. Yeah, that's for TMZ. You guys go to TMZ for that.
podcast.
Yeah, I don't think I have the education level to get into that wheelhouse. So.
I just know that I know the bounds of where you're willing to go for something, and sometimes just to know to walk away. I listen to and we've all been in these situations. If it's a woman being disrespected, if it's all of that stuff, yes, all of the smoke. If it's someone that I'm close with and we're in a bad situation, you do what you have to do.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I don't want to say this and offend anyone. You be a man and you step up and you do what you have to do.
Yeah.
In any other situation, you listen to all these Navy SEALs and all these people that do podcasts and Jocko Willink. They're like, best thing you could do is walk away. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, you're right. And I'm like, wait a minute. They're saying that because they don't want to kill someone by accident.
100%. 100%. Yeah,
I'm like, I don't want to be killed.
Yeah.
by accident.
Yeah. I'm well, listen, this again, I'm not thinking in that with like them because they can actually kill someone.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No,
the
I can
most
see you
that
verbally going off. I can see physically putting hands on someone, but I could really see you kiboshing a situation verbally because someone's just not prepared.
They're not to go down that road. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can switch it to making it verbal so where it doesn't get to that point. But I'm quick also to like, listen, also, a lot of people understand I work as a security. I work in security for I've been working in security since like 2013. You know
the signs.
I know signs, man. Like my mind is like I know patterns of behavior. Like when it comes to like if someone's gonna, like when
someone's gonna do something, you could probably see it.
I see
before
it.
Happens.
I see it. I see it. and
Yeah.
and I'm not, and I've been in a lot of situations, in like very hostile situations. So
Yeah.
I'm just not. I'm not trying to say like I'm trying to be tough. I'm just saying I'm just not. It doesn't being fear. I don't have fear in those moments.
It's actually a response to that sort of traumatic type of thing. When someone can handle that, it's because they've been put in those situations
Yeah.
multiple times, and they've developed a defense mechanism
Yeah.
to figure out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. If you don't grow up in that environment, then
Yeah.
you can't understand it.
No.
And if you don't grow in those type of environments, you can't try to justify it for being wrong either. Like, you have those people that are like,
Yeah.
why the fuck are these animals are fucking like, it's like, well, where'd you grow up?
Yeah.
Oh, I grew up in Wellesley.
Well, guess what? They don't settle things that way.
They don't settle
Wellesley.
things in like
Yeah.
yeah. Like, if they had the option, you don't think these people, if they had the option, they would want the other way?
I had an experience like that in college where two of my friends separately had a falling out.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, we're just going to go fight. We're at a party, and they're like, we're going to go outside and we're going to fight.
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, this is not. And they were older than me. I usually hung out with like an older crowd, and I was like, guys, but
Light flex.
like, yeah. And they were like, Nick, you're from Andover. Go inside and shut the fuck up.
Right.
This is how we're going to handle it.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm like, all
Yeah.
right. So people from different neighborhoods handle things differently.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
all right, there we
yeah,
go.
yeah.
I said my 2 cents. I put my piece in there. But, you learn very quickly, like, some people, they only respond to violence, and others,
Yeah.
it's a different ballgame. My whole thing was,
Yeah.
if I got to fight, I'm going to fight. But, like, I'm just going to get big and loud, and I'm going to do it very early and often in a situation, to a point where I just hope the other person realizes that, like, it is what it is. And if they're not intimidated by that, then I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to figure something else out. And thank God I never got to that point.
Yeah. Just even you, like, categorically describe the turn of the possible events that could happen of you being in a fight just proves to me to the utmost that you would get your face bashed in by someone who probably didn't ever want to fight you in the first place because you overreacted thinking he wanted to fight.
No. Well, you're right about that. You're right about half of that. I'm overdue for just.
Are you overdue? Are you overdue for like
No.
like a gut check? You think?
No.
Just being like, just okay. Just in case if it happens, I can maybe get around.
No, I've been.
He's like, no.
I've
He's
been
like, I
in a
gotta
couple
get out.
fights.
He's
No,
like,
I've been in a couple fights, and it was like it was fucking scary. I'm not gonna sit around and be like,
Oh, yeah.
it was fucking scary.
oh yeah, adrenaline, your heart.
Yes.
It really makes people feel
the
uncomfortable.
physical pain of when your adrenaline wears out and the shock wears off, and you're like, what the fuck?
It's a lot.
I just got socked in the face.
It's a lot. Man.
And then I've also been in situations where I kibotched something because I was like, no, this is not going to happen.
Did you have to use kibosh in that?
I know I'm using these kind of Yiddish words that it's not.
No, you have a vocabulary. I just don't read a lot, so I need to. I just need to make sure.
I put water on it. I was basically just
Got
like,
it.
this is not going to happen.
Now I understand.
We're either going to leave or you're going to go do something else. I just like to lay the facts out of being like, this is what it is. So how do you want to move forward?
All right.
And thank God, the couple situations didn't turn out well, but a couple situations where I was like, this actually worked. This is why I should start not being involved in.
I just had to it's weird. Like when I remember my first fight. I was in the first grade, like first, second grade. It just was I don't know. So, but love each other, I guess is the message.
That's the thing. Leave.
Just
leave. All of the stuff that we're talking about, by the way, I don't know about you, but I could say for myself, happened in college, happened in my late teens, early 20s. Like I think the last situation I was in like that. You'll always have situations where you are in public or you have to do something where you're like, I'm avoiding this, I'm leaving. But those types of things, that's young shit. That's like
young shit. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't miss those days at all.
Yeah. Those were. Yeah, it's interesting.
So fucking love each other.
Yeah, if people can. I don't even know if people can do that anymore. I think people I think they can. I think people love the people they want to love, right? And I think they choose. It's like I have this thing. I don't know. I think with like that with unconditional love. You know that phrase,
Mm-hmm.
unconditional love. I'm like sometimes I'll be thinking like I don't know if it's like I don't know if people can actually do that. I don't think people
No.
I don't think people truly can. Especially, I mean, the evidence shows currently now during like I mean, I'm just going based on like actions by people. This is not my own like contrarian like belief systems here. Like I'm not a contrarian by nature. Like I just don't be like, oh no, but I'm not or a conspiracy. You know, I'm just I really think like people can't really. I mean, I know. I mean, I can't love everybody unconditionally.
I
Like
think that's a
because
really
it's like
interesting.
can you love? I mean, it's like I don't know.
That's,
Can you love someone that like cheated on you after like or some shit like that or whatever the fuck it is, man? I
I
don't know.
think this is a really, really interesting thing that you're bringing up, and that unconditional love is so much tougher now in an age where you have so much information and people are telling you all different types of like you're getting it from all angles. Like
Yeah, where
always hold
what is the
yourself higher
love?
than everyone else. Don't ever let someone tell you like, everyone's self-importance is so high in this day and age where it's like back when your parents were growing up, it's like, yeah, that's Uncle so and so, and he did this, but we love him, right? It's like
Yeah.
I don't think that's a thing anymore. I don't think people.
Oh no, I know. Actually, yeah,
It's rare.
I've had some real I've had some moments like that with my parents where I told them like with relatives, like certain relatives or like really close friends of the family that we consider them relatives, where I look at them now, I'm just like, no, I mean, I haven't seen you around. Like I haven't talked to you in like 15 years, 17 years.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, when we were children, you were around, but obviously, you had your life. You went that way, we went this way, but I'm not holding you in the same regards
Mm-hmm.
as because, but my mom, no, they're your family.
Yeah.
They're family. You gotta love them. I'm like, but do I though? But
But I
do
don't have to
I?
like them.
Yeah, like do I though?
Like my whole thing is like
I don't even like you as like I don't. You just you don't.
I think you need to. I think immediate family, for me, is something that I'll always, for better or for worse, I'll always do anything for.
Yeah.
Immediate
Even if
family
you
and
sometimes
close
even if you don't want
friends.
to,
Yeah,
you do it. Yeah, I've done
yeah.
it. I've done it.
You have to. I
God
think
damn,
that
I've done so many things. I mean, I wouldn't say I was the best brother in terms of like, but I would say like but if it came down to it, they know like
Yeah.
they if some shit went down, they know to call me. But like, yeah, there's been times I'm like, oh man, what the like I don't want to do this, but
Yeah. No.
but
No.
you
No.
do it for family,
I get it. I get it. I have siblings from from my dad, from my stepdad. So I have siblings that it's kind of like the Brady Bunch.
Oh wow.
But I
Yeah.
always think of them as my sibling, like my brother or my
Mhm.
sister.
Yeah.
Um, and it is tough. It is tough, right? Like I think a big thing is like when you get to a certain age, I feel like if you don't see someone every day, you
Mm.
start to lose.
You lose it.
Like Jamie Foxx said, he oh, I remember this interview he said where like he buys a big home
Mhm.
and he invites both his parents and his siblings, so like everyone is there and everyone sees what's going on all the time, so they don't have this distorted view of, oh, he lives over there now, or he lives in the city now, and he's disconnected from us and he's disconnected from whatever's going on daily life.
Okay. I can get down with that.
So I think that's sometimes, I know with me and my family, sometimes it's like they not to say that they think I'm disconnected, but there is an element of like you don't see someone every day, and when you grow up and you're adults, it's like how often do you keep in contact with these people?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I just think you got to be present in someone's life in order for them to have. I mean, to a degree, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't. You don't have to necessarily be with them all the time for them to have a certain admiration or respect for you.
No.
I think what you do or the lasting impression that you leave them,
Mm-hmm.
will always. Like, let's say, like, I don't even talk to you. Let's say 10 years from now, but the last experience you had with me was like positive, and it was like something that you remember. Be like,
Mm-hmm.
you probably would be. Even if it was like 10 years ago, I haven't talked to you, you'd probably be like, oh, wait, where's Chase? Like, that's a good dude.
Whoa, Yeah.
Yeah, like, wow, like,
I never even thought of it like that.
yeah. I always, like, for me, I'm trying and have tried to live in a way and when it comes to like with people, I try to leave a very lasting good impression on them.
Yeah.
What I'm not saying is I'm not saying like I'm like pandering to them, or I'm trying to like, get. I'm being authentic. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is when I say like leave a last impression on them, like just be you, but leave a good impression. Like when you leave,
No, I
when
get what
leave,
you're saying.
so they can have like, so they can. I'm not saying they will, and the chances are they probably won't remember you fucking 10 years from now, but they might. You know what I'm saying? They might. They're like, oh yeah, that guy was a good guy. Was a good guy. Like, So.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, leave good experiences. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and so people can have them. Like, there's people that I haven't talked to in a long time, but man, if I saw them, I'd be like, yo, the love is gonna be there, because the whole time the relationship prior to that was like good, But usually people, man, they just go on to like people. It's weird, man. People, even just how they associate and like pick friends now. I just look at it, I'm like, and I know I sound judgy because I am, because I love being judgy, because I'm a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
You just heard Chase have a conversation with himself.
With himself.
First and third degree.
Yes.
Second person.
I don't know. But I guess, what was that one? Unconditional love? Yeah, it's interesting. I'm a back and forth with that,
Yeah, it is tough. It is tough. I do think that you do the best you can. And one thing I was talking to a family member about was like, you want to make sure that you preserve your light. You only have a certain amount of light that you can get. And light meaning energy, mental bandwidth, however you want to put it, that doesn't sound like you have crystals by your bed.
I was about to say, because it sounded like that for a second.
But, don't why you can only do so much for someone. You can only try and help someone so much until they see the world the way that they're going to see it, or you realize that.
Yeah.
So that's what unconditional love, I think, to your point, I think that's where people get a little weary of it, because they're like, yeah, I might love the person, but like to the extent in which they're going to be in my life could be very different if it's not immediate family. And even with immediate family, sometimes you're just like, all right, when are you going to catch on?
Yeah.
When are you going to like
figure it out?
Or
yeah,
like
we're going to figure it out.
Figure it out, or like get like the understand what like how much bandwidth you're using up from other people and be considerate of that. It's unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
So family members, like it's my mom or my sister, my brother, like, yeah, I'm always going to give it to you. It's always there for you, but just realize what it's doing to me on the other end. Of using that.
For sure. Yeah, that's the missing link there. It's most people don't operate in that way of how the other person is, they don't look at the other feet, the other shoes, I should say. People don't do that. They just don't. I can tell they don't. I see it every day on the fucking street when I'm out in this world and have to operate with people on the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just they're not thinking in the way of how would I, react if I was this person right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm okay. It's packed on the bus. Okay, I'm moving this way. I need to get this way, but like, how would they react if I was to move it? You know what I mean? Just like, okay, just step out the way, like, or open the door for someone that's like having problems like with their keys and trying to figure, like developing those senses, but that takes a lot of like just self-deprecation, like
self-deprecation and awareness
and
being observant,
a deep level of awareness. It doesn't even have to be deep. You could just do it. I mean, everybody has like different levels of it, right? There's very, very high elevated consciousness people, and there's not. So but I feel like if you can have just a little bit of like a balance, a little bit of something, a little bit of it, you'd be fine. You know what I mean? Like, you would really be fine to operate like in this world.
Yeah.
Because I feel all the black people should be free and stuff and all that stuff, because they're good people and stuff. That's like, that's a valedictorian of 2036. That's how they're gonna sound. I feel like the black people and stuff be free and stuff because they're people too.
Valedictorian for what school?
2037. In 2037, like somewhere in like, I don't know, Pensacola, Florida or something. I don't know. Like, Florida people are interesting.
UCF.
Yeah, maybe, you know. Um, yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Operating as such, it's actually weird operating as a conscious person. With amongst people that you think are not conscious at all. That's actually way more like
Yeah.
frustrating than anything else. You know, I think the other people don't get frustrated. I think I think people who are not,
Don't.
they just,
I get envious of sometimes I just get very envious of people who have their head in the clouds and have created their own little reality.
yeah, I think sometimes you have to, especially with what the world gives you, a lot of shit that, but like I said, it all depends on what you allow in, right? What you take in and what you give out. So if you have an idea of like what type of stuff that's like toxic to you, and you can know how to stop it, good. If you don't, please know how to fucking try to work on that, because it's gonna be a long fucking road.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like, honestly, bro, that's why I say, when I said this podcast, I'm like, listen, man, just cut to the chase. Like, let's just get to.
What are you getting at? What are you getting at?
Like, what are we getting at?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Are we finding solutions here?
Yeah.
Are we finding? Doesn't have to be solutions. Reason.
Yeah.
Reason is fine. I'll take reason.
I'll take observing something and turning that into a deeper and larger thought.
Sure.
I feel like that is just all day, constantly.
Yeah. If you can be that type of person.
Yeah.
I know people that fucking, you tell them something and it just goes, there's no fucking, they look at you as if you're an inconvenience. That's the fucking. It
doesn't have gravity and weight to it. When you tell them something deep, some people don't. They're living in such a fast transactional way. It's like, yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah. Unconditional love. Okay, what's next?
What's next? Right. Yeah.
What are we gonna eat? What are we gonna eat?
Yeah. Where are we gonna go next?
What are we gonna buy? What are we gonna eat?
Yeah. Because in my opinion, I think it's just a defense mechanism, in a weird way to show vulnerability. That's my personal opinion.
Sure. Yeah, I agree.
Or it could be that. I'm not saying it's solely that, but. But I had a day, man. It was an interesting day. I just was like, wow.
Fucking Chipotle, dude.
Yeah, just Chipotle people and, just people trying to be subliminal, not be honest with their feelings, just take accountability and just, I don't know. Maybe that's why I created this podcast. I said, I learned it by fucking just dealing with my problems, facing them, just there's no way to fucking not. It's no way. It's gonna come out at some point. Something's gonna happen. You're gonna like realize, oh shit.
You gotta settle with everything. You gotta rectify everything.
Yeah, like I gotta let how I should have rectified that Chipotle situation was I should have reported her to her manager. Absolutely. No.
I think there's a couple things going on in that example.
I think only one thing was going on.
You can't report a fan.
Well, they can report to us.
You can't report.
They report.
Clearly, this person was
Listen, we can definitely report a fan, and I think that you should, because you don't want another you don't want crazy people doing things to you, stalker. I never had a stalker.
No.
I'd be flattered actually if I had one now. Actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna take that back, because I have very low patience when it comes to people.
It's too much.
Affecting my especially if you affect my public safety. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's not gonna be good. That's not gonna be good.
I feel like this girl that you met at Chipotle is now gonna stalk you.
You know what I want to do?
I got a vibe from this. Is like how she was putting her. No one just laughs.
She just laughed.
Yeah, no one just laughs. Silent, like when there's silence. There's nothing being said, and she's got something going on in her head.
She does.
She's got a track playing in her head.
She does.
That she's laughing to.
For a second, I wanted to call her Kiki. Yeah. It has no like any.
That's a great name.
I just wanted to call it Kiki.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's Kiki would have done that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, I'm not alluding to anything. I'm
No.
just saying, in my head, if someone did that again.
Kiki is a person, a genderless person who laughs at nothing.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. That sounds to be true.
It's a real world, man. You know, so hopefully, you know, I don't even know. I think this podcast is going to keep me sane. I think it is. I think connecting with people connecting hopefully with me. I'll get some content, social media stuff going soon with that. But you can always, you know, hit me up on my own social media. But yeah, I just feel like, oh man, I need to take a vacation, but for like 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to go away to like Hawaii.
A sabbatical.
What's that?
It's like an extended vacation.
Oh, for a second I thought you said the word that's like allows you not to have, like, you just stop having sex, and I was we can't have that.
You can technically have
a celibacy.
A celibate sabbatical. Yeah.
Celibate. Yeah. Yeah. The word sounded too close to the other one, so I said nope.
So yeah.
I was like nope.
I'm out.
Yeah, even though I didn't know the word, I was like, no, it sounds close to the one.
It's too close. Where would you go? You go to Hawaii?
I would go. I need warm. I need fucking water and warm. I'm a water sign, so I need fucking.
Okay,
I'm a Pisces, so
you naturally
emotional gangster.
You naturally become your best self, because I'm the same way.
The
same way.
My best self, I think.
Yeah. When I'm near a beach, I don't always have to be on the beach, but if I'm near a beach and the weather is warm, and there's a place to like a little patio, drink some wine, smoke a cigar or something.
Okay, I was waiting for you to finish that.
Vacation Nick at his prime. Robe, you've seen this.
I've seen your robe action.
Yeah.
Your sunset robe attire is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I said sunset.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say sunrise.
No. I'm a sunset robe guy.
Sunset.
I wear robes at night. We're learning things about each other.
That's a big statement. Robes at night. Because if an individual wears a robe every evening, that's their evening attire. Like, that's their thing.
Mm-hmm.
They have a structure in their life. They know exactly when they get in home.
Mm-hmm.
They know what time they're going to.
They're in for the night.
Mm-hmm. As soon as they get in, they take a shower.
Mm-hmm.
Then they have dinner. They don't eat, then take a shower.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Everything has to, it's like the Japanese. Everything has to come off when you enter the house, and you have to kind of leave the day outside. Germs, bacteria-wise, shoes don't remain on. You go, shower, new clothes.
New clothes.
Robe.
Yes, for the
robe.
Yes, yeah, right.
And then I go an homage.
Do you go slippers? Do you go sandals? Do you go slippers with socks? Do you go slippers with no socks? Do you go? What do you do?
These are great questions. These are very, very important questions. So, I right now am robeless. I'm in between robes, so I need to acquire a new robe. Number one, we'll start there.
I don't even know if we should even proceed with this, but all right, we'll do it since you're here. Fine.
I am a classic, old school, because I was raised in a Sicilian Italian household. I'm a classic boxer briefs, white T-shirt with stains on it.
Got it.
But it's even when it's clean. Even when it goes, comes back, and gets cleaned, it still has the sauce stains on it. Or whatever. We'll do a fresh one. But basically, T-shirt, briefs. I do normally a house shoe,
sock or
like
no
a
socks.
Slipper. If I can get away with no socks, I'd like to preferably not have socks on.
What room temperature the room has to be for you to have room temperature feet? No socks.
Oh, for sure, low 70s. I'm in the winter. I'm a 72, 73 kind of guy.
Temperature wise. Okay.
Depending on what the heating is like, and in the summer.
Interesting.
And in the summer, 63, 64 degrees, chilled, very, very.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I like it cold in the summertime.
So central air is blasting, 65, 64.
Air's blasting.
All right.
I just think you should have an outfit for being at home. I think it sets your mind at ease.
Okay. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do that. I think that's my project for next week.
Yeah.
For this week, I'm gonna order a night. I'm gonna order. I don't want to say a gown, because that's not.
A little
But
tough,
yeah,
but
a little bit
I'd
tough.
support it, but I couldn't myself.
Yeah, it would be a little tough for me too. So we'll just do this. I don't want to call them pajamas. Men shouldn't say pajamas.
Nightwear.
I
You could
think
say
that even
nightwear.
that sounds a
Even
little.
that
It sounds a little
on the
no.
fence.
My nightwear. Hey babe, I'm gonna put my nightwear on. Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no.
Get out of here.
No.
What can a man say that has a nighttime attire but doesn't want to say nighttime attire? What can we say? See, these are a lot of things that men have to face. Like men have problems too.
This is what I think of too, and I'm just like, I don't want to get stuck in jeans and like a t-shirt.
No, I'm talking about like you're settled in. You're
No,
in for
that's
the
what
night.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm like sometimes because you ever have those days when you come home from work or you're like,
Yes, every day.
and you're and you're just like, what do I put on?
Yeah. Well, that's usually. Yeah. When I walk in, it's usually I'm just well. There's so many options, right? Do you go boxers, t-shirt, you want to stay light, or do you put shorts on? Sometimes
I haven't done boxers in a while.
yeah,
A good house short is actually, you know what? I'm glad you brought this up. A pair of house shorts
cut to the chase.
that you don't wear out. I have a black pair of Nike sweatpant, like classic Nike sweat shorts.
Sure.
I'll throw those on.
All right.
Yeah.
We have to be relaxed, man. You gotta be relaxed.
Yeah.
You gotta be relaxed when you're at home.
Yeah.
You gotta be relaxed. You gotta have things that are comfortable for you to. I think this episode we'll call it. Be comfortable. Just be comfortable, man. Don't be afraid to be comfortable. Find your thing that gives you some sense of serenity when you're wearing clothes, like when you're doing
Anything.
Anything.
Whether you're ordering a Chipotle, whether you're traveling,
Yeah.
whether you're avoiding conflict.
Yeah. It's fine. That mitigator.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's the right way of even saying that, but I want to say it though. Connection, I guess, that brings you over to that side where you're just like, you know what? All right, I'm good. I don't need to, get overzealous here. Those people are fucking annoy the shit out of me.
Yeah.
When you can just see them like already wrapping up, like you can see it in their brain, like they're just overthinking. They're just like, and you can see them just getting down the spiral, and you just want to be like, shh.
Yeah.
Hey, it's okay.
Yeah.
Fucking relax.
Too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to set the whole drink. You got to set the home up as wherever you are. You got to make it your thing.
Yeah.
You got to make it your thing for what you wear to how you could. It's got to be your place. It can't be. The worst thing is whenever I used to like especially in college, I never made my room. I never valued that until later in life.
Oh, in college?
I never
I was
valued that.
Yeah, really. I was different, man. I valued my room. I had my own room in college.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So, so I went to, I did my thing in my room. And I've talked about this on my other podcast, but I will say it real quickly here. I did not play around when I was in college. When I knew I had my own room. Oh, no. Single bed, the other bed goes down.
Yep.
The other parts of the bed goes under my bed. So now it's only a single bed and a fucking single room. Okay.
Interesting.
Yep. So I did that. Boom. Gotta get bed coverings, right? What did I do? Red silk sheets.
There you go.
From Caldor.
That's when you do it.
1999.
Yeah. Oh.
Caldor was still around. If you don't know what Caldor is, fucking look it up.
If you don't know what 1999 is, look it up.
Yeah. Okay. Red silk sheets.
Yeah.
Okay. Because fucking.
Why not?
Why not? And Donnell Jones was out.
Yeah.
The song any song by Donnell Jones was popping. So I had a Mac. I had a Where I Want to Be. All that shit.
I love that.
Joe was out.
Yep.
Stutter. Avant. Carl Thomas. It was that type of. That's what we were doing.
I think I was in 6th grade.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I think I was on. I think you and I were shockingly similar at those different points in our lives.
Sure. Did you have silk sheets too?
I wanted silk sheets so badly.
Did you just have silk pajamas?
I
in
wanted
6th grade?
silk sheets in a red suit so badly.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't get either of them. I settled for the wool wear jacket, but
Yeah. Silk sheets.
great.
Yeah. Silk sheets. Yep. Silk sheets. Red lava lamp. Red
okay,
lava lamp.
didn't have the lava lamp.
I had the red lava lamp. Right. I had a fish tank.
Okay.
I had a fish tank. Blue light under the
Jesus.
fish tank, so when it shuts off, the fishes glow.
Yep.
I did that thing. 47-inch TV. Toshiba.
Okay.
Toshiba was huge back then.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Still are.
Yep. Had VCR. Right. It's back then with VCRs.
99. That was great.
Yep. Still around. CD player. You know those CD players where you had the
Changer.
two big. The 6 CD
Yep.
changers.
Yep.
With the 2 big speakers on the side.
Yep.
I had that. Sony.
Jesus.
Sears credit card charged it as a freshman because I was fucking. They got me basically. They got me.
Bank of America got me for 1,200.
Yep. And yeah, that was the room setup. It was fucking pretty. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty pimp for a
Yeah.
fucking 8-year-old kid. There was a lot of thought that went into it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I am. There was a lot of thought that went into it. What I would do to get girls was I remember that I would play Jodeci or Casey and JoJo.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh.
there was a time where the girls in college would walk around, do their rounds, go into all the rooms, saying
Yeah.
hi to people, their friends, the guys at their whatever. I would crack my door a little open.
Yeah. Like, oh, I forgot to shut it.
I forgot to shut it, but enough for Joe to see to like go between the door
Yeah.
for them to hear it in the hallway.
It would catch their ear.
Yeah. And then, as soon as I would hear them, I would spray like a little thing in the
Okay,
hallway
yeah.
as they're coming in. So now they're hearing it. Now they're coming into this smell of,
Yep.
oof.
My mom got me the lavender, some cologne from Marshall's, and I was like, I'm not going to wear this.
Sure.
Although it did smell very good. I sprayed it on the sheets, sprayed it in the room.
That's an Italian
So
thing.
when you came into the room,
Yeah. You walk in. Did you walk
it's
into it?
wafting.
Oh,
It's
wafting.
wafting.
Yeah.
And so you walk into it and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is different.
Yeah. It just smelled like a room full of jupe.
Yeah.
Just a room full of jupe and
Jupe.
look,
Classic.
yeah. That's
High
his
karate. There was a lot going on in that room.
curve.
A lot of insecurity, a lot of
Yeah.
wanting to be accepted.
Yeah, a lot of sweater vest, V-neck sweater
Oh.
vest, cut off V-neck
The
sweater
closet
vest.
was Russell Simmons the whole way.
Yeah.
It was
I know.
corduroys. It was oversized jeans that would probably now be fashionable now.
Yeah.
Because they came back with the Gap jeans with where you would keep the hammer.
Yeah, we call that the Nick Lachey look.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call
And
it
endless and sweaters. Big sweater guy.
98 degrees, possibly, the group.
Yep. And button downs with
Yeah.
baseball caps. That was it. That was for me.
Yeah.
2000.
Hmm.
When I was in college, it was 2006. So that was like
Yeah. I was out of college by that time, but I went through a lot of phases of clothes, fashion.
Oh, yeah.
Most people do,
Yeah.
right? So trends, shit like that. But yeah, this was good, man. This was fucking good. This was we got into some things, and I don't know if I learned anything. I don't know if I should go back to that Chipotle. Probably, maybe I'll give Chipotle a break.
Well, I think we're actually noticed. I think what you were a part of is a larger macroeconomic trend, and it's called inflation. And even at the most micro level, even at a Chipotle, things are wild. A fucking burrito and a burrito with the works.
Yeah.
And a Coke should not cost
It's not
close
cost
to $20.
Shouldn't cost close to $20. And also, if you are going to charge $20, at least don't laugh at the customers paying for it.
Yeah.
Just the fucking thought. If you want to be nice, I'm giving you money. Too much, in my opinion.
She was thinking about. She was thinking about last episode. That's what she was doing.
She probably thought, yeah.
She was listening to in her head. She probably had earbuds.
She probably was thinking like, just no, it's not gonna work.
Nope.
No, this thing's.
She's like, it's not even Coke. It's all root beer. No one knows.
No one
knows the difference.
Yeah, no, I was just referring to my comedy. She probably like.
Oh,
she probably knew. She felt it. She's like, this no.
She gave you.
She gave me my portions. The size of my career was based on the portion she gave me. That's what she was marrying. She was giving me the portions like equal to my career.
She's like, no, you're not getting a headliner portion.
Yeah, no.
She's like, you're not getting a headliner.
Just
portion,
one scoop. One scoop of everything.
Good thing I wasn't there. She would have been like, out, just go. She's like, you're not getting. She's like, you only get chips.
Oh yeah, no guac.
You get
too.
chips in a water cup.
Yeah, you don't even get guac with those chips. You just get the fucking chips.
You get the open. You get the open micro package. Chipotle just starts doing it based on
when I was her age, dude. When I was working, man. I knew how to talk to people. Man.
Yeah, that's the thing that's changed.
Yeah, man. Like I knew how to fucking. I want to talk to people. I was like, yo, man, I want to sell. Like,
there's pride in even when I worked at Enterprise, when I was either washing cars or when I was in management, I was like, there was pride in making that one person just be like, oh, this was such a great experience. Thank you. You're awesome.
Yep.
I don't get paid anymore.
Dude, there's been so many moments where I worked in like retail or like any like place that served like people like something. Dude, there's not. It's just
interaction.
Yeah.
Give me an inner fucking action where I say something, you laugh, you say something, I laugh, and then we agree on something and you're happy.
But I feel like people still want that and do that, but they do it like they compartmentalize it. Like they it's
rare.
It's rare. They overthink it. Or they just do it with like, I don't know. But hey, you know, we're fucking. I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. Had to fucking finally just cut to it and say, you know what? I finally realized, they're losing it. Actually,
I think you realize that you just need to go plain steak burrito.
I don't know, man. I was at that moment was interesting. I've never had someone laugh at me without even like. It just was funny. I was just like, what's going on?
Without having a fucking mic in your hand.
Yeah, I didn't have anything. Like just laughing and just. It was kind of interesting, but maybe we'll get her on the podcast and maybe we'll ask her why you know.
The girl from Chipotle.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on that. Do you think they have a PR person I could reach out to?
We should just have her call in.
I don't think I'll be honest with you, I don't even think she even knows what a phone is, how a phone works. The way she was attending to my burrito.
Were you at a Chipotle or were you?
I think I was probably at the homeless shelter.
It sounds like you were at a different type of facility.
I was at a soup kitchen. That's exactly what it was, right? She was a volunteer. Of course she was laughing at me, right?
Oh,
she's not getting paid.
One of the 8 different voices in her head. I mean, this is no slant on people with mental illness. Okay, so don't get all fucking up in arms. But
but we apologize again.
Again. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, starting to wear on us this apologizing thing. Yeah, she Anyways, enough of this fucking. I don't want her to be a loser in life, but there were signs of that today, a little bit.
She was skipping to the end of the banter that you got. She was in her mind, these younger people that don't know how to have interactions. She was skipping through all of the setup and the punchline, and she was just of the conversation of actually having an interaction, and she was just going straight to the end.
She's that's just I guess is how these kids work these days.
What it is.
Yeah. Well, I know I can tell you how this works. As of right now, we're gonna be leaving, but we will be back on another episode. And appreciate you guys listening. Cut to the Chase podcast with me, Chase Abel. Follow me on my social media at Chase Abel, ABEL, not LE, ABEL. And you can follow my man's Nick as well.
Nicky Neighborhoods, at Painam Assad on Instagram and at WFN podcast on Instagram. Awesome.
Hey, awesome. And can't wait for the next episode, guys. Again, thank you very much, man. I'll see you next time. Thank you.